What is up, everybody? I'm Goku, and I'm bringing you guys with the Goku's Evil Part 2. Now, a quick recap of what happened in the previous part. We took, of course, being that on Master Shin's school, and eventually being trained with Tien and Chaozu. And eventually, after Goku learns about the true intentions of his master, he decides to kill him and then leave the school alongside his friends, Tien and Chaozu, deciding to have their own path. Chaozu and Tien decided to make their own school, which will train students who want to learn martial arts so they can practically learn the true ways of martial arts instead of just killing. Well, Goku decides to agree with their idea and goes his own way, collecting the Dragon Balls, which are mythical, powerful balls which he can practically use to grant any wish. And Goku is practically able to grant a wish to survive on any planet he desires with no difficulty. Of course, Goku would have also met Chi-Chi by the time, and eventually would have fallen in love with her, even though it was much more so than the original one. By the time, of course, Rise would then arrive, and now we get on to the story that has begun now. When Rise actually arrives, he's actually surprised to see his brother's Paolo. It's actually even harder than he actually expected. In this time, like, Goku has been training incredibly hard, even to a point he was actually almost killing himself, but Chichi always would have been able to recover him, and also heal him from time to time. She knows that Goku always pushed himself too far, and Goku would have done so for most of the time. Since he wanted to become stronger to protect Chi-Chi. Even though Goku was evil, he did care about Chi-Chi because she was his lover, and he would do anything for her. Of course, Raz, after seeing Goku is incredibly strong, Raz would see that Goku's power level is actually close to his, having a power level of 1,000, which is an incredibly impressive amount. Raz would be in shock that his brother is this strong. He actually never expected that his little brother would be this powerful and strong. He's said to be weak, but to be this strong and almost as him, that's impressive. If he was able to do that on Earth, mighty impressive, Raz says. Goku, of course, is confused who Raz is, but of course, due to Goku not actually hitting his head, he actually knows Raz's name, but he doesn't know if he's his brother or not. Of course, Raz would explain everything, but Goku actually correct him, saying that his parents practically sent him here to practically survive, not to kill humanity. Of course, Raz would be in shock, but eventually Goku would be able to explain because of him not able to hit his head. So he still knows his name Kakarot, but he just goes by Goku since he is much more suitable for him. And he sees that his previous name should not matter, since he is now on a new world, and he's now with his new family, Chi-Chi. Of course, Ice does see the point Goku and decides to agree, but he was still calling Kakarot, and Goku decides to agree with that. Of course, when I decides to apparently join Goku's side, seemingly as Goku is miles away stronger. So, of course, Goku decides to train with Raditz. Eventually, Kai, of course, would have actually tell Goku, they tell King Kai, that they would practically realize that the things will be coming in a year's time. Goku, of course, would be kind of worried, almost like Raditz, but Goku will be prepared as he decides to train incredibly hard. To a point that they're near death. He asks Kami if he can practically give him the knowledge of to use the senzu beans. So practically plant senzu beans with ease, and Kami would decide to practically grant Goku this ability. Even though it's kind of dangerous to practically give it to one of the most dangerous persons on the entire world, Goku himself, Kami has no choice in the matter, since Goku is the only hope of Earth alongside Raditz. By the time of both Raditz and Goku training, Gohan would have been born. And Chuchu would be pretty happy that they have their own first son, and Goku will also be happy. And even Raditz will actually be happy since he has a nephew. He would be pretty happy about this, and he would even be proud of Goku seemingly as he's continuing the same heritage. But Goku only wants to have a happy family. If anyone decides to practically try to hurt his family, he'll kill them all without showing mercy. As I said before, this is an evil version of Goku, but he still has a good heart within him. Of course, by the time, Goku and Rise will be training immensely hard, pushing themselves through constant Zenkais. Probably pushing themselves so much to a point that it's almost unbelievable to even consider this or normal training partners. Raz will constantly blast Goku's limbs off, while Goku will do the same for Raditz. With both of them constantly doing that, Chichi will always warn them to be careful, and eventually decide to do that less more time and just spar with one another. Seemingly, it seems that the sparring is incredibly beneficial, just like how they exploit Zenkais. By the time of both Raditz and Nappa arriving, Raditz would have always actually became incredibly strong. By the time Raditz was actually able to reach a power level of 12,000, which would be pretty impressive since he's immensely strong, and he could able to reach a starting base power level of 18,000, being stronger than Raditz, while actually being almost equal to Vegeta. Of course, Goku doesn't have like Kaioken in his timeline, but he is strong as base form Vegeta, so he should be able to put up a fight. When Sense do arrive, Goku is ready to face off against Vegeta, and Raditz is able to face off against Nappa. Since Raditz still has his tail in his timeline, he'll mostly able to fare off against Nappa pretty well. Since Nappa only has a power level of 6,000, Raditz is at least 2 times stronger than him, so he's easily able to deal with the brute. while Goku and Vegeta are practically in a stalemate since their powers were equally matched. But Goku has experience with martial arts and knows how to practically pinpoint the weak locations in the body. Since he was able to practically learn that thanks to Tao Pai Pai through constantly being beat down and constantly hit in his vital points. So most likely Goku was able to learn the vital points and able to practically utilize them to his own advantage. Of course, Goku was able to hit Vegeta multiple times in his vital points, making him cough out blood and even injure him a lot. And Vegeta would drop his power level immensely. Eventually, he would create a power ball so he can practically become a great ape. Eventually, able to reach a starting power level in his great ape form of 100,000, and Nappa would be able to reach a power level of around 50,000, since his power would have dropped by the time Raz beat him up. Of course, this will kind of be worrying for Goku, when the rats will actually able to practically muster enough energy to practically transform into a great ape. But, of course, Vegeta stomped on him, practically making him drain some of his energy, but able to practically recover just enough so he can become a great ape and face off against Nappa. But now Raz is actually on equal footing with Nappa, since both of them have power levels of 50,000. And because of this, they'll be in a stalemate, but Goku is actually in a really bad position. Goku ponders if he should practically do something. He doesn't know if he can practically use the same power of Great Ape. He doesn't have his tail anymore. He still does, but he does not know if he will be able to control the Great Ape transformation. Raz is trying to tell him how to utilize it, but he's not able to fully master it. Even though how hard he tries, Goku's personality of him being evil does not allow him to practically access the card form naturally. Goku could have cursed himself, thinking that he was too weak to even try to access the form. But of course, before Goku can actually think of anything, Vegeta is about to summon Goku, but Chi Chi pushes Goku out of the way. Goku screams for Chi Chi, and she is stomped and crushed. As Goku hears her bone cracking, Goku starts to tear up. Raz sees this as he gets enraged, punching Nappa and putting a hole through his chest as he kills him brutally. Raz will then roar as he fires a mouth blast at Vegeta, but Vegeta is able to shrug it off due to the big gap in power. Goku will just look down at his wife's dead body. Goku will start to get angry. His hair starts to spike up as Goku will start to scream, not only in agony, but in rage. As Vegeta then looks down at Goku, he tries to stop him, but the immense aura that Goku's emitting is so intense that it pushes Vegeta off. Raz is in shock as Goku's hair becomes golden as he gets on an angry face. Goku then looks at Vegeta with a cold glare, and he tells Vegeta that he's gonna pay for everything that he has done to his wife and his brother. With a powerful punch, Goku is able to send Vegeta flying, same in the atmosphere as Goku punches him back down with a mighty punch. Goku then continues to beat down Vegeta, seemingly pulling him to the ground. Vegeta in his great form is able to take most of the attacks, but he's covering up blood. Losing a lot of blood as he's being down by Goku. Goku tells Vegeta that he shouldn't have done that. Now he's gonna pay with his life. Goku powers up a Kamehameha and tells Vegeta this is the end. As he then kicks Vegeta off, he then fires a blast, killing the prince. Vegeta roars as he dies, seemingly ending him once and for all. Goku then drops down to base with tears in his eyes as he falls unconscious. Raz is able to quickly bring Goku to the hospital just in the nick of time before Goku can actually pass out too much energy and injury. The doctors explain to Goku that he will be able to recover in at least a month time, while Raz is partly able to take a sense beam. He then gives one to Goku as Goku still looks down, being incredibly saddened that he lost his wife, but he still has a glimpse of hope, being his son. Goku tries to raise Gohan so he can be strong, but not cruel like him. He wants his son to be practically strong and also to know that emotions are not weakness, but they're power that must be utilized in the right way, not in the wrong way. He utilized the power of rage too much into a point that he practically utilized it too much to a point that he was blinded by it, and that led to his wife's death. For this, of course, Goku decided to train Gohan so he does not become like him. So Goku decided to send Gohan to Master Roshi, so Master Roshi can train Gohan to learn the Turtle School martial arts style, so he can practically benefit his technique. Goku would have decided to taught Gohan of some of the techniques of the current school he was able to learn a long time ago. With this, of course, Gohan will be able to become an incredibly beneficial martial artist. Goku continues his training and eventually trying to harness the power of the Great Ape in Super Saiyan form. By that time, you would actually able to use the Dragon Balls, thanks to Kami's permission, to practically learn that there's a powerful emperor known as Frieza, and he is practically heading off to Earth in 2 years' time. And Goku and Raditz must prepare so they can face off against the Emperor. Goku would have been kind of irritated since he knows that by the time in the information of the location and information about Frieza is that Frieza is mildly stronger than even Vegeta in his great form. And Goku was even stronger than Vegeta's great form while utilizing Super Saiyan, but he was exhausted afterwards since he was practically on the brink of exhaustion. And if you guys are wondering, Goku in his Super Saiyan power level when he fought Vegeta had a power level of around 900,000, which is an incredibly impressive amount. Frieza in his first form only has a power of 530,000, but because Goku not actually being much more higher than any other form, he still needs to train incredibly harder. But that doesn't mean that Bulma would not actually help. Of course, Bulma and Rise will actually have kind of grow a relationship with one another and eventually be married to one another, and Goku will be happy for both of them. Since now one of his human friends will now actually marry his brother, which he's pretty happy about that. With Rise, of course, able to convince Bulma to practically make a gravity ship using his spaceship and Goku's, as they're able to practically make a gravity room. In this room, Goku and Rise train for the next 2 years so they can face off against the Emperor, with Goku growing stronger and eventually learning how to control Super Saiyan without actually using too much rage. Goku also tries to taught Rise of how to practically utilize the Super Saiyan form, while Rise tries to taught Goku how to utilize the Grade A form, which will most likely be beneficial for Goku to utilize in the future if he is to face off against Frieza. But for now, this is the end of this part. I'll see you guys in the next one. Send on my defense. I'll see you later.